Status spending versus real wealth, the trade-off nobody wants to admit. Have you ever noticed how some people look wealthy, but somehow they're always stressed about money? Not in a dramatic way, not like they're going broke tomorrow, just this quiet pressure. The kind where they're doing fine, but still checking their balance before going out, still waiting for payday, still carrying a little anxiety like a background app that never closes. And here's the uncomfortable question. What if the things that make you look successful are the exact things keeping you from becoming wealthy? Let's make this real. You're 27. You have a decent job, not luxury money, but solid. Maybe you're in Chicago, Madrid, London, Berlin, Amsterdam, doesn't matter, because financially, the script is starting to look the same. Your paycheck arrives, and for a moment, you feel okay. Then real life loads in. Rent or mortgage, car or transport costs, debt, subscriptions, groceries that somehow doubled in price. And then, the part nobody says out loud, you also have to look like you're doing well. Not because you're shallow, because you're human. You go on Instagram and everyone's on a weekend trip. Your coworker just got a new car. Someone from university is wearing expensive watches and acting like they figured it out. And slowly, almost invisibly, money stops being about safety and it starts becoming about identity. Let's use simple numbers. Say you earn $75,000 a year in the US. After federal taxes, state taxes, healthcare, and basic deductions, you might take home around $4,300 per month. In parts of Europe, maybe you earn €55,000. After taxes and social contributions, you might take home around €3,000 to €3,400 per month. Different systems, same feeling. Now you open your monthly expenses. Rent, $2,000. Utilities plus internet, $250. Groceries, $450. Phone, $70. Insurance, $200. So far, you're not living like a celebrity. You're living like a normal adult. That's already around $2,970. And then we get to the lifestyle layer. Maybe you drive something nice, not a Lamborghini, just a grown-up car. Car payment, $550. Gas, $150. Parking, $100. Now we're at $3,770. Then, student loan, $250. Credit card minimum, $100. Now you're at $4,120. On a $4,300 take-home salary, that leaves $180. That's not building wealth money, that's please don't let anything break this month money. And the crazy part is, to the outside world, you look like you're doing great. Nice car, decent apartment, good clothes, you're out sometimes. But financially, you're one surprise expense away from falling behind. Not because you're irresponsible, because you're participating in something most people don't even realize they're in. A lifestyle competition, paid for with future money. Here's the real flaw. Most people think wealth is what you buy, but wealth is what you don't have to do. Status spending feels like progress because it creates a visible upgrade. New car, better apartment, nicer vacations, premium everything. But real wealth is invisible. It looks like boring bank transfers. It looks like investments that aren't exciting. It looks like driving a normal car for longer than you should. And we live in an economy where being financially stable is good, but looking financially stable is rewarded faster. You get treated differently when you appear successful. So of course people spend into that identity. It's not stupidity, it's incentive. Let's talk about the most common status purchase, the car. You spend $550 a month on a car payment. That's $6,600 a year. Over 5 years, $33,000. And that's not counting insurance hikes, repairs, interest, and depreciation. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. If instead you drove something cheaper and invested that $550 a month, even in a basic index fund returning around 7% annually, in 5 years, you'd have roughly $40,000 plus. In 10 years, roughly $95,000 plus. In 20 years, roughly $285,000 plus. Same money, different direction. One path gives you a car that slowly becomes worth less every year. The other gives you something that quietly grows while you live your life. That's the trade-off nobody likes to admit. Status spending gives you now. Wealth gives you later. And most people choose now, not because they can't do math, because later doesn't come with compliments. Status spending isn't mainly about the object, it's about what the object signals. A nicer car signals you're competent. A nicer apartment signals you're doing well. A certain brand signals you belong in a higher tier. And on a deep psychological level, that matters because modern life is uncertain. Housing feels unstable. Jobs don't feel permanent. Retirement feels far away. So people grab what they can control, a visible upgrade. Even if it's financed, even if it's tight. It's basically buying emotional certainty with monthly payments. And credit systems are designed perfectly for that. They don't ask, will this make your life better long term? They ask, can you afford the monthly? Which is a completely different question. If you ignore this trade-off for long enough, something predictable happens. You become the person who earns more but somehow never has more. Your income rises, but your lifestyle rises faster. So your financial stress doesn't disappear, it just gets more expensive. And then time passes. You're 35, not 27. You've upgraded the apartment twice, upgraded the car once, maybe upgraded the wardrobe, the vacations, the restaurants, and you're still not free. Because real wealth isn't built by earning a little more. It's built by keeping a meaningful gap between what you earn and what you spend. And status spending aggressively shrinks that gap, quietly, socially, constantly. Now here's the shift. Financially intelligent people aren't immune to status. They just treat it differently. They don't ask, can I afford this? They ask, what will this cost me in freedom? Because freedom is the real luxury. Freedom is being able to quit a job without panic. Freedom is handling an emergency without debt. Freedom is saying no to a life you don't want. And the strange part is, people with actual wealth don't need to prove it. They don't have to win the looks-rich competition because they already won the is-stable game. So they might drive a normal car, wear simple clothes, live below what they could technically afford. Not because they're cheap, because they understand something most people don't. The goal isn't to look expensive. The goal is to be unbothered. So if you take one thing from this video, it's not to feel bad about spending. That's not the point. The point is simply to notice the trade happening in the background. Every time you buy something for status, you're usually trading a little future financial freedom for a little present-day validation. And once you see that clearly, you stop feeling confused. You stop wondering why it's never enough. Because you realize the system rewards appearances quickly, but wealth only rewards patience. Calmly, slowly, quietly. And that's not exciting, but it's real. If this made you think a little differently, consider subscribing.